Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Tori. Today is Monday, April 27th, 2020. And we begin with a high-flying salute to those on the front lines of the coronavirus. Starting this week, the Navy's Blue Angels and the Air Force's Thunderbirds will roar above select cities coast to coast to celebrate the medical community, first responders, and anyone else who has to work so that the rest of us can stay safe at home. Dates and times for Operation America Strong are still being worked out, but the first of the joint flyovers will take place tomorrow in New York City before making their way north, south, and west. The aerial exercises are expected to continue through mid-May. In hindsight, it's kind of funny. At the time, a little less so. A student from North Naples, Florida, had enough of homework when her mom sent her back to her room to finish. Instead, the as-yet unidentified girl slapped a handwritten sign on her window that read, "Help! Get me out of here!" A concerned passerby called 911, but when deputies arrived, the only distress they found was a kid struggling with math. Collier County Sheriffs issued a statement saying that they were relieved no one was in danger and can totally relate to homework headaches. One deputy went so far as to provide his personal cell phone number for future calculation quandaries and to avoid scaring the neighborhood. At least 5 more states are set to reopen just a little bit starting this morning. Colorado, Montana, Minnesota, Mississippi, and Tennessee are all beginning the process of lifting restrictions. And even hard-hit New York is looking at May 15th as a possible date to crack a window on normalcy. The key, the nation's top 2 doctors say, is testing. Scientists will take the lead, but man's best friend may also get a role. A medical group in England that successfully trained dogs to detect malaria is now working to train canines to sniff out COVID-19. If successful, health experts believe the pups could be stationed at airports to rapidly identify a carrier and prevent them from jumping on a plane and spreading it. A high school junior had an idea, and now she's looking for big-hearted Java lovers across the country to share it. Like many of us, Lindsay Lonergan of Danville, California, can no longer start the day in her favorite coffee shop. For her, it's just an inconvenience, but for her town, it's devastating. Lindsay's answer? Community Cup, an online hub for people to donate what they would have spent every day on a latte to help struggling local businesses. Every penny goes through the town's Chamber of Commerce directly to shops in need. Even better, Lindsay's got a model in place so that anyone listening can start it, no matter where they live. If you're a student looking to keep busy and help out your own hometown, check out communitycup.org for details and contact information. For obvious reasons, it's a tough time to sport the name Corona, but if anyone can make it better, it's Tom Hanks. Grade schooler Corona DeVries of Australia recently wrote to the actor to let him know that his classmates were being unkind. Mr. Hanks sat down at his favorite old-fashioned typewriter, one that he used while recuperating down under, and banged out a letter telling the young man how cool his name was, that it meant the ring around the sun or a crown, then surprised the boy with the typewriter itself, which moms and dads might have guessed just so happened to be made by Corona. And in a nod to Toy Story, Hanks added at the bottom of his letter, "You got a friend in me." That's it for KidNuz. Now our KidNuz quiz. Who will be saluting healthcare workers from the air? The Navy's Blue Angels and the Air Force's Thunderbirds. Why did a Florida girl put a help sign in her window? She was struggling with math. What might be able to help sniff out COVID-19? Train dogs. Who came to the defense of a boy named Corona? Actor Tom Hanks. And one for the road. Over the weekend, one of the nation's leading health experts got his wish. Dr. Anthony Fauci was asked recently who he'd like to see play him on Saturday Night Live. Without missing a beat, he said Brad Pitt. Word got out, and the A-lister rose to the occasion. Live from his home, the actor channeled the good doctor with a wig and glasses. His aim was to lighten the mood with a few laughs, and he did. But before he closed, Mr. Pitt took off his costume, then sincerely thanked the real Dr. Fauci for his calm and clarity, as well as medical workers, first responders, and their families for their work on the front line. Before we go, we have a lot of KidNuz birthdays to recognize, especially in California. Shout-outs for Cynthia in Corona, Dahlia and Ben in Palo Alto, Tiago in Moraga, Hannah in Citrus Heights, and Amber in San Ramon. In Texas, we have Chloe in Nolanville and Henry from Houston, but quarantining in Palm Springs. And there's Wyatt in St. Joe, Indiana, August in Kirkland, Washington, Joanna in Van Ness Heights, Minnesota, Clara from Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin, Adrian in Arlington, Massachusetts, Juliana in Lakewood Ranch, Florida, and John from Granville, Illinois. And our teacher salutes go to Ms. Katie's kids at Tyhee Elementary in Pocatello, Idaho, and Mrs. Hughes' class at Hunley Park Elementary in Charleston, South Carolina. Thanks for listening. It really helps if you can rate and review us wherever you get your podcasts. And we hope you tune in again for more KidNuz tomorrow morning.